If you're going through a tough time in your business, this is for you. Gregory Peck said, tough times don't last, tough people do. Remember? Hi, this is David Newton speaking. If you're going through a tough time in your business, I want to say, hang in there. I know sometimes things can get tough in business, and we go through stages where we even question our own identity, the choices we made, and we may even suffer imposter syndrome, if you can put a word on it like that, at the time, and wondering, am I really offering any kind of value to the community out there? And I want to say, yes, you are. Maybe at the time you've had a few knockbacks. Goodness knows me, I've had the same sort of thing. As a matter of fact, this year I went through a stage where essentially a client of mine that I've been working for the last 2 years lost a contract of his own, in other words, the cash flow that he was relying upon, and as a direct result of that, he had to cancel the work that I was doing for him. So there was obviously a flow-on effect. Now, as it is, I will probably get that work back again some stage in the future, but in the meantime, it's made me reassess where I am. And this is what I want to say. You probably have a lot more assets in your favour than you credit yourself with. And that is, what it made me do is, hey, this is a big shock. I've been relying pretty well, as they say, 90% on one income source rather than looking at other different ways how to make things work. And as a result of that, what it's forced me to do is say, well, okay, what are the things that I have knocked back or changed over a period of time, and what can I do to fix that in the future? So I had a look back over obviously a few years here, say the last 15 years, and I thought, okay, there's that time, there's that time, there's that time where I've either let some income streams slip away and then not renewed them, or found new ways how to create that income stream online. And even some of those I basically relied upon 20 years ago fairly heavily. And yes, I can say I've been there before as well. So basically it means, in a sense, what kind of disciplines are you going to put into place? And one of my disciplines is, as a result of this, is to look at the pluses that I've already got, in other words, count my blessings and say, okay, what are the things that actually work that I can try again, and pretty well 80% say, yes, this will work again. So I wrote out some of those things, looked at some of my websites that I had before, even some of the affiliate type situations that I've been in before that worked very, very successfully. And I thought, well, okay, what do I have to do to get this going again? And what do I need to do to look at getting some of that additional work that came in pretty well automatically without me really having to try? One of those situations was with a website that I had where I was doing some contract work, and yeah, look, I must say pretty well 90% of the year I would receive phone calls and emails from people either asking me questions that were not really quite direct, or they wanted some help or support. I couldn't really offer them any support or any ideas that could help solve their problems, but anywhere between 3 to 4 times a year I'd get that one phone call or that one email that would be a real big hit, and that particular work would then pay for all of the troubles that I had from all these other people that were asking questions but I couldn't help them, which was 97% of the year, and those 3 or 4 contacts from people saying, yes, you've got something here on your website, I need some help with blah blah blah, can you solve it? And I say, yes I can, it's going to be an investment for you of this much and this much, and they'd say, yeah, right, okay, and they'd put the money in my bank account straight away, and off to work we would go. So that was one example, but I believe you probably might have other examples yourself of other different things. What I suggest is this, and that is to put yourself out there and write out a little bit of a list of all the things that you have as assets in your business that you can take advantage of. This might be the proximity of where you live or where your shop or business is located. It might be a particular connection that you've got or a membership that you've got with a business group or something like that. Write out all of those things in a list and have a look and say, okay. Now, we do often say, you know, it's probably your 5 best friends that you have in business that might also be the best people to hang out with. Yes, that could be the case, but I'd say extend yourself beyond those initial 5. Don't box yourself into what might be an easier way to look at things. Try and look outside of, as they say, outside of the 9 dots, and look at ways how you can improve things right here and now. And take a bit of time if you have to. If you have to take a little bit of a holiday, a weekend holiday away, go and do that, because that will probably stimulate you. It might be, in my case, going to a different cafe to have a coffee and think about things, put out all my notes, look at some videos, make a few lists, and see what you can do to solve those situations. All of us can go through various ups and downs in businesses. It is a roller coaster ride, and we often forget that, you know, in some cases there we can steer that roller coaster ride, or maybe mitigate some of the effects of the roller coaster ride by jumping in early and taking some action. But don't be too radical that you upset some of the things that are working unless it's absolutely necessary. I have done that too, where I've gone overboard with changing my circumstances. I believe it's better to say, well, okay, what are some of the things that I can do right now, and then incorporate those into your overall plan. Yes, in my case, I'm looking at doing a whole bunch of different things in the year 2025, and I'm already planning out that to take advantage of, once again, my assets, my abilities, and to make things happen. And that's what I think you need to do. This is David Newton speaking. If you've got any ideas, put those in the comments. I'd love to hear what your thoughts are. And looking forward to seeing you on our next video.